Hey guys, before we jump into the video, I want to talk to you a minute about ceramic coating and the reasons for doing it. So there's a lot of protections against UV and sunshine, weather erosion, acid rain, tree sap, bird droppings, and scratches. And the other benefits are it keeps your car clean longer, there's a deeper shine, and it's a simple DIY application. It's going to cost you about a day. I think about 5 hours for me, and whatever the cost of the bottle is, and some car wash soap and stuff like that. You could spend upwards of $2,000 doing it professionally, having someone else do it. I think that it came out great. Please stick around and enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, we're going to go over ceramic coating the car. We'll go over washing it, the clay bar, the ISO wipe down, and then finally the ceramic coating. This is by Avalon King. Nothing is sponsored, so we can get an honest review here, and let me show you how it's done. So first, we're gonna take out the foam cannon. We're gonna coat the whole car down in foam. We'll start with that, then we'll go with the 2-bucket method for washing the car. So we'll speed up the video and you guys can check it out. Alright, we're going to start with the pressure washer, and we have the 40 degrees on here, so it's not going to damage the car. Alright, time for the foam cannon. Okay, so for the foam cannon, you're supposed to just leave it on for a couple minutes and then wash it off, but since we're doing a deep clean, I'm going to do a little bit by hand. Car wash method, you have 2 buckets. 1 bucket is going to be your clean water that you're going to put the soap in, which is this one here. And then 1 bucket is going to just be, right now it's clean water, but then that's going to be your rinse. So you have a wash and you have a rinse. So you don't cross-contaminate. You get any sort of particles on here that you pick up and you don't rinse it off, you go back in the same bucket, you're just going to swirl those around and scratch the car. Now for this next part, you might look crazy to, I don't know, people on YouTube and your neighbors, but trust me, this will help alleviate the water spots. Check it out. Alright, next up we're on to the clay bar treatment. So let's take a look at this packaging. This is Mother's from Amazon. Okay, comes with the spray that you have to keep the car moist. You get a towel and 2 clay bars. So we're going to look this stuff over and we'll get started. Okay, we're on to the clay bar. So the most important thing, I think, with the clay bar is that you need to keep the surface lubricated. So we're going to lubricate working in 2x2 sections with the clay bar. Much smoother. I don't know if you saw me, I was feeling it before I did the clay bar and now after, and it's like glass. Alright, you got the idea at this point. I'm going to go around the whole car and we'll be back with you in a minute. Alright guys, we're finally done with the clay bar. It's just so smooth. It really makes a huge difference. I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's the cleanest it's been since delivery, maybe even cleaner. Next up is the polishing compound. We want to polish the paint and make sure it's ready for coating. Alright Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Here we have turtle wax polishing compound. I mean, the car is pretty nearly pristine, but there's tiny micro scratches. Get the idea? I'm going to continue on, go around the car. Not going to let it dry as much as I just did, because that was a real pain. And we'll be back with the next step. The final step before we start the ceramic coating is the IPA Web. This one is 70% alcohol and distilled water. I believe that the reason for using distilled water is there's no minerals and it's not going to leave any water spots. I think that's the theory behind it. So we're going to give that a shot. We're going to do one panel at a time, wiping it dry. I recommend for this project you need a lot of microfiber cloths, because once it gets damp, then you start having streaks. Yeah. I want to take my time on this step because this is it. This is the last thing you do before you seal it. I'm going to go around the whole car and we'll be back for the main event. We're finally at the main event. Armor Shield 9 Nano Ceramic Coating. Now, you might ask, why are we doing this? And I can tell you that this paint, I know from experience, is very delicate. There's a couple scratches in it already. This should protect the paint from more scratches. Apply, smile, enjoy. Thank you for your purchase. We are striving to make the best ceramic coating with the easiest application, whether you're a DIYer or a seasoned pro. Let us know how it goes. We want to hear your thoughts and see your pictures. Okay. There she is. It's just such a little bottle, very expensive, such a little bottle. Okay, here's the applicator. Jeez. Very soft microfiber. Some stickers. Instructions, which I've watched a bunch of videos, but we'll take a look at the instructions. This might be the applicator pads that go over the applicator itself. Yep, that's what that is. And rubber gloves. Okay. According to the directions, because it's 80 degrees here, anything above 70, you only allow it to dry for 1 minute before buffing it out. All right, you say 10 to 15 drops, shaking the bottle between uses. We're gonna go horizontally and vertically to ensure that we hit every spot. Also says you want to hold the cloth here tight. Gives like a rainbow effect. At least you can see where you've gone. So we're gonna have to work in small sections because we only have a minute before it needs to be buffed out. Is that you're going to do multiple coats, especially in the front, I think, where all the rocks are going to kick up, just for extra protection. So if we miss anything, we're going to get it on the second pass, that's for sure. Alright, that's what the process looks like. So, once again, I'll go and do this around the whole car, then we'll do a walk around, and I'll give you my final thoughts. There it is, one coat, 100% done. I didn't do the tires yet. I probably want to hit those before I wrap up entirely. But I just wanted to show you guys the final product. I mean, the shine is unbelievable. The camera's not going to do it justice. Probably going to do a second coat, at least on the hood for sure, in the front where all the rocks are going to be. But yeah, it came out really great. It was worth it. Took the better part of the day, but I'm really excited about it. So to wrap up, I did do a second coat on the hood and the front bumper, but I did run out of product to do the rims and to do a second coat all the way around. I watched some other videos where guys used only about half of the bottle. I'm not sure why I used the whole bottle, if I put it on heavy, or I also did the whole top of the car, which is glass, and the side windows and the windshield. So maybe that's the reason why I used the whole thing. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and any questions, leave a comment below.